Good morning. I'm Padmapriya, Assistant Professor in Department of CSE in RMD Engineering College. Today we are going to see the topic Array Implementation of List under the subject Data Structures. So list. List is an ordered set of elements. The general form of the list is A1, A2 up to AN. So A1 will be the first element of the list and A2 will be the second element of the list, and where AN is going to be the size of the list. If the element at position I is AI, then its successor is going to be A of I plus 1 and its predecessor is A of I minus 1. The various operations which can be performed on the list is insert. So insert x comma 5. So we will be able to insert the element x after the position 5. Delete x. The element x is going to be deleted. Find x returns the position of the x. Next of I returns the position of its successor element I plus 1. Previous of I returns the position of its predecessor I of I minus 1. Print list. Contents of the list is being displayed. Make empty. Makes the list empty. Let us see the implementation of list using array, linked list, and cursor-based implementation. Now let us see how the array implementation of list is going to be done. Array means it is a collection of specific number of same type of data stored in consecutive memory locations. Array is a static data structure. That is, the memory should be allocated in advance and the size is going to be fixed. Now let us see the example of array. So the array size is going to be 6, and where we are going to store 6 data over here. And these 6 data are going to be stored in the consecutive memory space. So A of 0 contains 20, A of 1 is going to be 10, A of 2 is going to be 3, A of 3 is 40, A of 4 is 50, A of 5 is 60. The basic operations that is performed on the list of elements are creation of list, insertion of data in the list, deletion of data from the list, displaying all the data in the list, searching for a data in the list. Now, declaration of array. So first we have to define the maximum size of the array. Now let us consider the max size is going to be 10. The variable max size is assigned the value 10. So now we are going to initialize the variable, initialize the array. So int list of max size comma n. So list is going to be the name of the array. Max size is going to be the size of the array. So create operation is used to create the list with n number of elements. If n exceeds the array's max size, then the elements cannot be inserted into the list. Otherwise, the elements are stored in the consecutive array locations, that is list of 0, list of 1, and so on. Routine for creating a list using the array. So void create, and we're going to initialize a variable I, and we are going to enter the number of elements to be added in the list. So how many number of elements we are going to add it into the list? So n is going to be, for example, 6. So now I'm going to enter the array elements. So instead of giving cn several times, 6 times, I'm going to use a for loop. Using the for loop, I'm going to call the cn, that is for getting the data cn. I'm going to repeat this for 6 times. So in A of 0 is going to be I value is 0. So in the list of 0, the position, I'm going to store the data 20. List of 1, I'm going to store the data 10. In list of 3, 2, I'm going to store the data 30. In list of 3, 40. In list of 4, 50. In list of 5, 60. So the elements are going to be stored in the array. Insert operation. Insert operation is used to insert an element at a particular position into the existing list. Inserting the element in the last position of an array is also easy, but inserting the element at a particular position in an array is quite difficult since it involves all the subsequent elements to be shifted one position to the right. So now consider an array with 5 elements. So the maximum elements is going to be 10 here. If the data 15 is to be inserted in the second position, then 50 has to be moved to the next index position. So 40 has to be moved to the 50th position. 30 has to be moved to the 40th position. And 20 has to be moved to the 30th position. So here, by moving this way, I'm going to insert 50 in the second position of the array. Now let us see how to store the data in the end of the array. So in the end of the array, it is very easy. So first we can see a program where how to insert the data in the end of the array. So in the main program, I have initialized a variable I and I, which is used for iterations, element which I am going to use to store the data which is going to be inserted into the array, and the array I'm going to initialize where the array is going to be of size 6. So I can be able to store 6 means the size of the array is going to be 6. So using the for loop, I'm going to enter 5 array elements. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So these elements and all I have inserted. Now I'm going to insert the new element which is going to be inserted in the last position. So array of I is equal to element. That is, in the ith value, I'm going to store the data, that is 9. So now the new array is going to be, that is, initially it was being taken 5 elements. Now I'm going to take 6 elements. So in the for loop, I have to change the value as 6. So 6 times I'm going to use the for loop and I'm going to print my elements. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So in this way, I'm going to store the data, new data in the last position of the array. And it is going to be printed in the screen. Thank you.